Well, good afternoon, Golden Bears, our faculty, and soon to be alumni. This is exciting, and I'm so pleased that you've agreed to join us. We will be recording this today, ladies and gentlemen, so that if some of our graduates that are walking or our faculty want to see any of this information, it will be on the website, but also we'll be recording this, and it also will be on the website in the next day or so that they can see it if they have questions. So what we're going to do today is we're going to kind of go into the weeds. We're going to kind of talk about what we're going to do and how this is going to progress for graduation. I am so pleased that we are able to do this in person, but I want to give you a word of warning. We want to do this in person. We are planning it. We're going to do everything within our power, but we have to be able to say to Morgantown a day or two before graduation, we're in good shape. Tech's doing exactly what they've done for the last year. They've behaved, they've worn their masks. We have no breakouts. So please, please don't put down your guard. Make sure you continue to wear your masks, social distance. If you're asked to be tested, get tested. This not only protects you, but it protects the people around you. And also be very safe this weekend, especially, so that we can have an in-person graduation. Now, there are questions I'm sure that you have. You have a chat feature that you can ask a question. We'll try to answer them if we don't answer them in the presentation here. Not going to try to keep you a long time because I know this is the end of the week for everyone. Hopefully then we'll be able to go on our way around 5:30 or so. So Jen Wood Cunningham is going to come on in a few minutes and she's going to talk about tickets. I will tell you that we had to do a calculation that was very, very tough on us to try to find how we could get the most that numbers out of this so that we could make sure that everybody got at least a couple of visitors or guests to come. I am pleased to say that because of everybody's hard work and the people that have signed up, we will be able to give each of our students that are graduating the ability to have 6 guests. Now, I know some of you wanted 8, some of you wanted 15, and I'm sorry about that, but that was the best we could do. Now, when you get into the arena, you will see that we will have chairs that will be marked off with blue and gold tape. Those chairs cannot be sat in. They will be chairs that will be put into the arena in sets of 6. So you can sit any place within those 6. Everyone will have to have a ticket, and Jen Wood Cunningham will explain to you in a little bit how you get your tickets. You will not be allowed in the building without a ticket. That will include faculty, but we will tell you also how we're going to get you the tickets. Everyone will have tickets. Everyone must wear a face mask, and everyone must do the social distancing. So if you have someone in your group that's coming that medically cannot wear a face mask, we will need some documentation from the medical profession that tells us that. You must wear the mask during the full ceremony. If you do not, you will be asked to put your mask back on. And if you do not do that, then that person will be asked to leave. Guys, this is important because we have to do it like we've been told so that we can follow and have graduation. I'm looking forward to seeing all of you, but I think we need to make sure we understand that this is very important. We will have ushers that will help us and help your guests get in the seating and make sure they feel comfortable. If you have a handicapped person, Jen will also explain to you how we're going to handle that because we will have some handicap seating. We certainly, if you have a family member that's unable to climb the stairs and things of that nature, we want them to come if that's who you want to be one of your 6 guests. Faculty, you will be getting information about where you will be and how you will enter a little later. But I wanted to make sure you knew what the rules will be. They'll be the same for our faculty and all of us that are on the stage. The only time that we will be without a mask will be when someone is speaking, and you will have that ability to do that because we will have the ability to wipe things down in between speakers. Students, this may not be as long of a graduation as usual. We certainly want to recognize our students. We want them to go across the stage. We want your pictures taken. We certainly want to recognize our students that have won honors. We want to recognize our faculty that are retiring, but we may not have as many speeches and they may not be as long. So I wanted you to know we're going to try our best to stay within an hour or an hour and a half of the whole ceremony. We will not have, again, we will not have the breakfast like we used to and some of the other activities before and afterwards, and we will not have food. That's one of the requirements that we can't have. So I just wanted to give you an idea. Now, I know when it's over, you're going to want to take pictures, and we certainly want you to take pictures. There will be some faculty and some friends that this may be the last time you ever get to see them. Hopefully it's not, but it may be. So we want to give you that, but we want you to be very cautious and make sure you do it within your groups and do it safely, please. Okay. We want this to be fun. We want to be happy because we're so proud of each of you, but we also, again, want to stay safe. One of the things I want to make sure you know that you, as I said, you get 6 tickets. Also, when you Google this, if your parents or grandparents or somebody wants to come and you can't use, if you're like me, you always called it the Armory. And it is the Armory. But if you Google it, it is the Convention Center on Armory Drive. So I wanted to make sure you knew that so we don't have confusion of where to park. You also will find on the website a layout of the parking and all of that for your friends and family. And so let me see if there's anything I have forgotten here. I'm looking at my little cheat sheet here. So, okay, I'm going to turn this over to Jen, and then we'll take any questions you have. Jen?
Thanks, Carolyn. I appreciate the opportunity to be here this evening with folks, and we're very excited for in-person graduation. So the website that President Long mentioned a few minutes ago is wvutech.edu/commencement. That will be where you can find all the information that you need for all of our celebrations for commencement. So that includes information about pinning, about the multicultural celebration. So all the things that happen even up through commencement are on that page. This video, this recording will be shared there as well. After it's available on YouTube, we'll link to it from the commencement site. And we'll also email out once it is available to all the folks who registered to walk so that they have that information. Also on the website, there's an email address, the same email address if you submitted questions before tonight's call, the tech-commencement@mail.wvu.edu. That is the email that you'll need to submit if you do have accommodations for accessibility for your guests. We do need to know in advance so that we can plan those for folks. So we do ask that you provide that information to us so that we can make sure we get those accommodations taken care of. Additionally, one of your guests, if you have one person who has accessibility needs, another member of your party with a ticket can sit with them in the accessible seating area. The other 4 guests would be sitting in general seating as originally planned if you didn't have any accessibility needs. So we'll work through all of this together. You'll be able to pick up your tickets on campus the week prior. We'll be sharing that information of the hours and days that you can pick that up on campus to the email that you signed up to walk. And then also will call will be available at the venue on the morning of commencement. That is labeled on the entrance diagram that's available on the commencement website. So if you aren't sure, you don't get to campus during that week, your tickets will be available at will call at the venue, which is the Beckley Raleigh County Convention Center. So all people who have signed up to participate in commencement, whether they're attending or walking as employees and graduates, will receive a ticket. In addition to that, each graduate will receive 6 tickets when they come to will call, and you will need a ticket regardless of who you are to get into the venue. There are entrances for guests, and that is by last name, the first letter of the last name of the graduate, not your last name, but so Susan Smith is graduating. She gets her 6 tickets and she gives those out to her family. They would then go to the entrance marked for Smith to be able to get in the entrance. The graduate will actually go in the graduate entrance. All of that is labeled on the diagram on the website. The employees will go in the same entrance as the graduate. We'll also have signage around the parking area and around the arena so that you know where to go once you arrive. But I also recommend that folks go to the website, get themselves familiar with the layout of the convention center and parking if they haven't been there before. And also these entrances and how we're doing this is a little different than what we've done for in-person graduation in the past, just so we can be a bit more spaced out. We do ask that once you arrive and you pull into the parking area and you get out of your car, because you will be in a queue, you'll be in a line to be able to come in to the arena, to make sure that you maintain the 6 feet distance and that you practice social distancing and wear your face covering. And then of course, throughout the ceremony, if you are doing photos, is what Carolyn mentioned about getting together for photos at the end. If you're outside and you're talking with folks and getting photos, of course, continue to wear your mask, keep your distance, do all that you can to continue for us to have a safe time together. We will be live streaming the event. We have done that for several years in the past, but we will be able to do that again this year. We want to make sure that that's an option for folks, especially if folks would not be able to attend either because of the ticket limitations or because travel limitations. So that will be linked and available from our website. Again, the same web address, wvutech.edu/commencement. And I think that's all that I have, Carolyn. Just a reminder that if you have accessibility needs, please email that email address so that we can plan appropriately. Thanks.
And ladies and gentlemen, I do want you to know that we want to make sure if somebody does have those accessibility needs, they have somebody with them, like we said, one person, but we could not facilitate the full group where we have to put that because we have limited space. So you'll still have for the others, that will still be space. There will be people outside if you have issues or say, okay, where do I really go? There will be people out there to help you and make sure you're directed in the right place. The only other thing I would like to say is that, I know that there's some disappointment that we couldn't do more than 6. I will tell you that we did the best we could to get 6. I was thrilled. I thought we were going to have to say 2 or 4, but we did come up with 6. So I'm thrilled about that, and I'm pleased. We also have a few people that I know are on a waiting list, and we will try our best to facilitate them if possible. But please watch your emails so that you do have this information. Get us the information and that we need so that we can get you the tickets and get the things that you need as we go along. We're going to rely on you all. You are our graduates. We're doing this for you and for the faculty because we are so proud of both set of people, because the faculty have got you there and you've got yourself there. So we need to celebrate that. So help us make sure this is as seamless and as easy as possible under these circumstances. Again, I can't thank all of you enough for being Golden Bears. I know we're going to do fine. We're going to have a great day. We're going to enjoy it. We're going to be in person. We're not going to have to worry about the weather because we are going to be inside. So please help us to get to that point so that we have no bumps in the road. So Jen, did we have any other questions we needed to answer?
We did have some clarifying questions, and I just wanted to follow up about the live streaming. Not only will it be live streamed, but it will also be archived on our YouTube channel. So if you don't get to watch it when it's broadcasted live, you can go back and watch it. And also for our graduates that are participating in person, they can watch it later and get to see their other friends that maybe they missed because they were walking back to their seat or whatever. So definitely will be it will be recorded.
And I don't think we said anything about programs. We forgot to say to them that you will not get a program. We're not going to be handing programs out, but you will get official programming. We will send a number of them, not just one, with your diplomas. All right, so that you will have those as mementos. And we wanted to do that because we didn't want any more exchanging of people changing things to each other as possible. But we know how important those are. So you are going to get programs. They will come with your diplomas. You will get the covers for your diploma on graduation day. That's what you will be handed. Then, like always, we will send you the diplomas, but now we will also send you the programs. So I wanted to make sure I forgot to say that, and I apologize.
Yes, and there will be an electronic program with the schedule of the day on the website. And a list of the graduates participating in the ceremony. So there will be some content that you would traditionally see in the program on the website, but the official program with all of the folks who have had their degrees conferred, they'll get them in the mail. Even if you have already graduated in a previous semester and already received your diploma, we will use whatever address we already have on file for you, but you will, if you've signed up to walk, you will actually receive an official program in the mail as well. One other question we had in the Q&A, Carolyn, is if by chance it does get switched, meaning that the in-person would be canceled, how early will we get that information? I have family traveling and I do not want them to come if it gets canceled.
And that's a very good question. I would hope, you know as well as I do that things have changed quickly at times, and I'm sorry for that, but that's just the way it is. But I would hope we would know the Friday a week and a half before if we had to cancel. And the only reason that I know that we would have to cancel is that we would have an outbreak on campus, and or that people are refusing to get tested. And we are having some of that. And I'm not sure I understand why, because getting tested certainly tells if you're okay, but it also tells if all the other people around you are okay. So please make sure your fellow graduates and students know how important it is. If they get called, they need to get tested. I do not foresee that. You've done great, and I'm proud of you. And I think we're going to go right toward this and have that graduation on Saturday morning and have a great time. But we will do it as early as possible if that would become a problem. But I'm very positively thinking that that's not going to be a problem. We're going to be right there. Okay.
One other question that comes through. What about restrictions for small children? Will they count as a ticket or not?
Well, if they take a seat up, yes, they will count as a ticket. If they are like 2 and under, no. But, you know, when you get to 3 and 4-year-old, they probably need a seat because an hour sitting on mama's lap is very tough and would be tough on them too. So yes, some of those will count, but I would think anybody 2 and under, no. I understand that. But 3 and up, yes, they would count as a seat.
I think that that's all that we have, Carolyn. I would just remind folks that the website is wvutech.edu/commencement, and we will be linking that from the homepage so that folks can find that easily, and that way, you know, folks can get what they need.
Well, thank you, Jen, and thank you all of you for participating today and getting ready for graduation in person. And I hope all of you have a wonderful holiday and enjoy and stay safe. Thank you, Golden Bears. See you later.